A glint of gold beneath the soil, a skull etched in delicate enamel, and a date from centuries past. This isn't the beginning of a novel, but a real-life archaeological mystery that's now rewriting a forgotten chapter of English history. One that begins in a quiet English field and ends with a name long erased from memory. Until now. In the still, open fields of Norfolk, England, where wildflowers sway and hedgerows conceal generations of untold stories, a relic emerged from the earth. In August, amateur metal detectorist Malcolm Wheel made an extraordinary find, a gold mourning ring from the early 18th century. But this was more than metal and enamel, it was a messenger from the past. With an inscription linking it to a nobleman who died nearly 300 years ago, the ring poses unsettling questions. Who was Sir Bassingbourn Gaudy, and why has history all but forgotten him? Who wore this mourning ring, and why was such a deeply personal object lost, abandoned perhaps in a wind-swept field far from home? And what else might lie hidden nearby? Malcolm Wheel, a 53-year-old detectorist with a passion for local history, had been exploring farmland near Thetford for nearly 2 years. In that time, he had unearthed coins from medieval marketplaces, musket balls from long-forgotten skirmishes, and rusted fragments of bygone eras. But nothing compared to what he found just 6 inches beneath the surface on that summer day. His detector chirped, sharper than usual. He scraped away layers of soil to reveal the glint of yellow metal. A ring, small, delicate, yet weighty with significance. It was gold, with a deep black enamel skull in its center, contrasting sharply against a grayish backdrop. When he turned it over, a chill crept up his spine. Engraved inside were the words, B.G. Bart, O.B. 10, Oct. 1723, 856. This inscription directly referenced Sir Bassingbourn Gaudy, Baronet of Harling, who died on October 10, 1723, at the age of 56, reportedly from a fatal fall while hunting. Malcolm described feeling a wave of emotion when he realized what he had found. "It's not just gold," he said. "It's someone's sorrow, someone's memory, and it's been lying there, untouched, for centuries." The size of the ring, just over a US size 6, suggests it was likely made for a woman or adolescent, raising intriguing speculation. Was it a sister's token of remembrance, a lover's last relic, or a piece worn by someone else entirely? As Gaudy died unmarried and left no heirs, the original wearer of the ring remains a historical enigma. Experts at the British Museum analysed the ring under the Portable Antiquities Scheme, which records public finds of historical importance. Mourning rings were common during that era, often mass-produced for funerals of the elite. But this one was different. Rather than the more common engraved skull filled with enamel, this piece features a uniquely recessed enamel skull, perhaps the work of a particularly skilled artisan. Its craftsmanship and personal engraving elevated it beyond fashion. This was a heartfelt tribute, not a formal social obligation. The choice of enamel work and the wear pattern also suggest that the ring was worn frequently, not locked away as a keepsake. This was an object of emotional weight, an emblem of continuous remembrance. Mourning jewelry flourished in England from the 16th through 19th centuries, not only as a way to honor the dead, but to publicly demonstrate familial duty and devotion. The skull motif, a stark reminder of life's brevity, was especially popular in the Georgian period. Known as memento mori imagery, Latin for remember you must die, these symbols invited wearers to reflect on mortality, morality, and the impermanence of status or wealth. But what sets this discovery apart is its deep personal tie to an individual whose lineage once stood at the center of Norfolk society. Sir Bassingbourn Gaudy was the last in a noble line that traced its roots to a French knight, Sir Bruce Gaudy, captured during the 100 Years' War. Rather than returning to France after captivity, he married into the English gentry and settled in Suffolk. The Gordys rose to prominence, acquiring estates and titles, including the manor of West Harling Hall. By the early 18th century, however, the family's fortunes waned. When Sir Bassingbourn died in 1723, the baronetcy died with him. West Harling Hall, once a symbol of the family's influence, was later demolished. No direct heirs remained to preserve the Gordy legacy, except perhaps in gold and enamel, hidden for centuries in the soil. Historical records describe Gordy as a man of excellent breeding and temperate habits. His death, so sudden and violent, may have deeply shocked those close to him. The mourning ring, with its somber design and personalized inscription, is likely a window into that grief, a grief that outlasted both the mourner and the mourned. Declared treasure under the United Kingdom's Treasure Act, the ring was officially recorded by Norfolk Coroner's Court. Its final fate now rests in the hands of curators at the British Museum. If acquired, both Malcolm Wheel and the landowner will share a government-assessed reward, a fitting conclusion to an extraordinary find. Yet the questions persist. How did such a personal object end up in this field, so far from any known Gordy estate? Could it have been dropped during a commemorative ceremony, or was it intentionally buried as a symbolic gesture? Could its owner have been a grieving sister, a mourning cousin, or someone the records will never reveal? Or was it lost by sheer accident, slipping from a finger while walking a quiet path between memories? This solitary ring unlocks a cascade of insights, not only about the Gordy family, but about how grief, memory, and death were culturally processed in the early modern period. Before photography, keepsakes like this were the only lasting visual link to the dead. They were worn close to the skin, worn through seasons of mourning, and eventually passed down, or, in some cases, lost. The mourning ring is a lens into an age when loss was ever present and mortality a public affair. A time when death did not vanish behind hospital walls or obituaries, but lingered openly on jewelry, poetry, and portraits. This discovery bridges that world with ours. It's also a shining example of the immense value of amateur contributions to archaeology. Without Malcolm Wheel's keen eye, patience, and reverence for history, this piece of Britain's hidden past would still lie beneath the soil, forgotten. And it's not alone. Across the UK, thousands of similar finds are made every year, slowly stitching together the fragmented tapestry of the past. The discovery also underscores the emotional layers buried with time. It's not just a piece of history, it's a snapshot of heartbreak, carefully preserved in gold. The kind of heartbreak that transcends the centuries. Every relic tells a story, and this one in particular speaks softly, mournfully, yet powerfully. One gold ring, one forgotten name, one silent skull carved in enamel. These are the echoes of a life long extinguished, but briefly reignited by curiosity, chance, and the unrelenting draw of the past. What else lies hidden in the fields of England? What stories remain half-buried, waiting for the right pair of hands to unearth them? If you're fascinated by real discoveries, mysterious artifacts, and the untold stories of our world, subscribe to our channel. Because the past is not just something to read about, it's something to find.